After years of research, scientists finally uncovered the hidden intelligence of female dogs. And it's unlike anything seen in the animal world. She can read your tone, detect lies, and even manipulate her owner's behavior without a sound. These aren't myths. They're proven facts. Here are 17 secrets about female dogs that every dog owner needs to know before it's too late. Let's start with something you've definitely never heard before. Number 1. The super sniffer. Female dogs have a stronger sense of smell than male dogs, but not in the way you think. According to Auburn University's canine research, female dogs can detect hormonal changes in humans with 93% accuracy compared to males at 67%. Here's why. Female dogs have higher concentrations of neurons in their olfactory bulb, the part of the brain that processes smell. But the real difference? Estrogen. When female dogs are not in heat, their estrogen levels enhance their ability to distinguish between complex scent molecules. This is why detection dogs used for medical alert, diabetic sensing, and cancer detection are predominantly female. They're not just smelling better. They're processing scent information on a completely different level. One study found female dogs detected early-stage ovarian cancer in breath samples that male dogs completely missed. Number 2. The pain tolerance mystery. Here's something veterinarians have known for years, but most owners don't. Female dogs have a higher pain tolerance than males, yet they're more sensitive to emotional distress. Research from Cornell's College of Veterinary Medicine found that female dogs produce 22% more endorphins during stressful procedures. Endorphins are natural painkillers. This explains why female dogs recover faster from surgery, show fewer pain behaviors post-operation, and require less pain medication on average. But here's the paradox. While they handle physical pain better, they're more reactive to emotional stress like separation anxiety. The theory: evolution shaped them to endure the physical trauma of giving birth while staying emotionally attuned to their puppies. So your female dog isn't tougher. She's designed differently, and that design has been perfected over thousands of years of survival. Number 3. The memory advantage. Female dogs have better long-term memory than males. Not by a little, by a lot. A study from the University of Vienna tested both male and female dogs on memory retention. They taught dogs a specific task, then didn't practice it for 10 months. When retested, 78% of female dogs remembered the task perfectly, only 43% of males did. The reason? The hippocampus. Female dogs have a slightly larger hippocampus. Relative to body size, the brain region responsible for memory formation and recall. But here's what's incredible. Female dogs don't just remember tasks. They remember people, places, and emotional experiences with startling accuracy. One documented case involved a female dog recognizing her original owner after 7 years of separation. She remembered not just the face, but the specific routine they used to share. That's not luck. That's superior neurological architecture. Number 4. The training speed secret. Professional dog trainers will tell you, female dogs learn faster, but not because they're smarter. The difference is impulse control. A study published in Animal Cognition tested dogs on delayed gratification tasks. Female dogs could wait an average of 8.3 seconds before taking a treat they were told not to touch. Male dogs? 4.1 seconds. That's double the self-control. The biological reason? Lower testosterone. Testosterone drives impulsive, reward-seeking behavior. Female dogs with naturally lower levels can resist immediate rewards for better long-term outcomes. This doesn't just make training easier. It makes them better at complex tasks that require patience, like search and rescue, therapy work, and service roles. They're not more obedient, they're more strategic. And in high-stakes situations, that difference can save lives. Number 5. The heat cycle brain change. Here's something wild that most owners never notice. Your female dog's brain physically changes during her heat cycle. Not just her behavior, her actual brain structure. Research from the Max Planck Institute found that during estrus, heat, the amygdala, the brain region controlling emotion and memory, increases in volume by up to 6%. This temporary growth makes female dogs hyper-aware, more cautious, and emotionally sharper. But here's the part nobody talks about. After the cycle ends, progesterone floods her system, which can trigger pseudo-pregnancy symptoms even without mating. Nesting behavior, mood swings, protective instincts. It's not behavioral, it's neurochemical. Her brain is literally telling her body she might be pregnant. Some female dogs even lactate. That's not a disorder, that's evolution preparing her for motherhood, even when there are no puppies. Number 6. The bite inhibition difference. Female dogs bite less often than males, but when they do, it's more controlled. According to the American Veterinary Medical Association, male dogs are responsible for 72% of severe bite incidents. Female dogs, just 28%. But it's not aggression levels that differ, it's bite inhibition. From puppyhood, female dogs learn to control jaw pressure more effectively during play. Studies show female puppies receive more correction from their mothers when they bite too hard. Male dogs tend to bite impulsively during excitement or fear. Female dogs assess first, then bite with intention. That's why in protection dog training, females are often preferred. They don't react emotionally, they respond tactically. And when a female dog decides to bite, it's because every other option has been calculated and rejected. Number 7. The oxytocin overload. You know that feeling when your dog stares at you and your heart melts? That's oxytocin, the bonding hormone. But here's the shocking part. When a female dog makes eye contact with her owner, her oxytocin levels spike by 57%. Yours spike too, by 20%. It's the same hormonal loop that bonds mothers to babies. A study from Asabu University in Japan measured this phenomenon in real time. Female dogs and their owners locked in a positive feedback loop, where looking at each other literally makes both parties fall deeper in love. Male dogs? Their oxytocin increase was only 22%. This isn't about loyalty or training. This is pure biochemistry, creating an emotional addiction. Your female dog isn't just bonded to you. She's neurochemically wired to crave connection with you, the same way a mother craves connection with her child. Number 8. The lifespan advantage. Female dogs live longer than male dogs. Not by a few months, by years. Data from over 50,000 dogs across multiple breeds shows female dogs live 6,012 months longer on average. In larger breeds, that gap widens to 2 years. Why? Scientists point to 3 factors. 1. Lower testosterone reduces risk-taking behavior that leads to injuries and accidents. 2. Estrogen has protective effects on the cardiovascular system, reducing heart disease. 3. Female dogs have stronger immune systems due to having 2 X chromosomes instead of 1 X and 1 Y. This genetic redundancy helps repair cellular damage more effectively. But here's the heartbreaking truth. Spaying too early can reduce this advantage. Hormones matter. The decision of when to spay isn't just about preventing pregnancy. It's about giving her body the time it needs to develop the natural defenses that will protect her for the rest of her life. Number 9. The communication superiority. Female dogs talk to humans better than male dogs. Not with barks. With their entire body. A study from the University of Salford analyzed thousands of hours of dog-human interaction. Female dogs used 34% more communication signals, including head tilts, paw raises, deliberate eye contact, and position changes to convey specific needs. They're not just expressive, they're intentional communicators. The research found that female dogs modify their signals based on whether their human is paying attention. If you're distracted, she'll escalate. If you're focused, she'll use subtle cues. Male dogs tend to use the same signal repeatedly until they get a response. Female dogs adapt. That head tilt when you talk to her, that's not confusion. That's her processing your tone, words, and body language to figure out exactly what you mean, so she can respond in the way you'll understand best. Number 10. The temperature regulation. Genius. Female dogs regulate body temperature more efficiently than males, and the reason is absolutely fascinating. Research from the University of Pennsylvania's School of Veterinary Medicine discovered that female dogs have 15% more sweat glands in their paw pads and a higher density of blood vessels near the skin surface. But here's the game changer. During hot weather, female dogs instinctively seek shade an average of 8 minutes sooner than males. Why? Their hypothalamus, the brain's temperature control center, triggers cooling behaviors earlier. This isn't caution, it's survival programming. Female dogs evolved to protect potential pregnancy, which means avoiding hyperthermia at all costs. One study tracked sled dogs in Alaska and found female dogs had 31% fewer heat-related incidents during long runs. They're not weaker in heat. They're smarter about managing it before it becomes dangerous. Number 12. The puppy recognition ability. Here's something that will absolutely wreck you emotionally. Female dogs can recognize their own puppies years after being separated. A study from Queen's University Belfast reunited female dogs with their offspring after 2+ years apart. Using scent discrimination tests and behavioral observation, researchers found 78% of mother dogs showed immediate recognition responses, including specific vocalizations, increased oxytocin levels, and distinctive body language they didn't show with unfamiliar dogs. But the heartbreaking part, the puppies didn't always recognize their mother's back. Mother dogs retain olfactory memory of their offspring far longer than puppies remember their mothers. One documented case involved a mother recognizing her daughter after 6 years of separation, immediately falling into their old grooming routine. That's not instinct. That's maternal memory so powerful, time and distance cannot erase it. Number 13. The jealousy intensity. Female dogs experience jealousy differently than males, and it's way more complex than you think. University of California, San Diego conducted the famous jealousy experiment, where owners interacted with a fake dog in front of their real dog. Male dogs showed aggression and attention-seeking. Female dogs, they showed strategic interference behaviors. They would position themselves between owner and fake dog, make prolonged eye contact with the owner, not the threat, and use appeasement signals to regain attention without aggression. The key difference: male dogs react to the competitor. Female dogs focus on maintaining the relationship. Brain scans during jealousy showed female dogs had increased activity in the anterior cingulate cortex, linked to emotional pain and social exclusion. When you pet another dog, she's not just annoyed, she's experiencing something close to betrayal. That's not possessiveness. That's the pain of perceived abandonment from the one being she's chosen to trust completely. Number 14. The emotional contagion effect. Female dogs catch your emotions faster than any other animal on Earth. This isn't empathy. It's called emotional contagion, and it happens at a neurological level. Research from the University of Naples, Federico II used functional MRI scans while dogs watched their owners experience different emotions. When owners showed stress, female dogs' amygdalas activated within 0.5 seconds, mirroring the exact emotional state. Male dogs took 1.8 seconds on average. But here's what's shocking. Female dogs' cortisol levels rose and fell in sync with their owners, creating a biochemical bond where your stress literally becomes her stress. One study found that anxious owners had anxious female dogs even when separated, suggesting the dog absorbs and stores emotional patterns long-term. When you're having a breakdown at 2 a.m., and she's suddenly restless beside you. She's not reacting to noise, she's feeling what you're feeling in real time. Number 15. The voice pitch detector. Female dogs can differentiate between 24 distinct human voice frequencies. Male dogs, only 12. Researchers at the Family Dog Project in Budapest played recordings of human voices at different pitches while monitoring canine brain activity. Female dogs showed unique neural responses to subtle pitch variations that indicate emotional states. They can tell the difference between genuine happiness versus fake cheerfulness, mild annoyance versus suppressed anger, tired sadness versus depressive sadness. The evolutionary advantage? Maternal vigilance. Mother dogs needed to detect distress calls from puppies across distances and through environmental noise. This created such sensitive auditory processing that modern female dogs can hear emotional nuance in your voice that even other humans miss. That's why when you say, "I'm fine, but you're not," she doesn't believe you. Her ears are literally built to detect lies hidden in vocal frequencies you can't consciously control. Number 16. The medical alert precision. Female dogs can detect specific diseases with accuracy that rivals medical equipment, and science is finally catching up. A 2023 study published in PLOS One tested female dogs' ability to detect COVID-19, cancer, diabetes, and seizures. The results were staggering. Female dogs detected early-stage ovarian cancer with 93% accuracy. Medical imaging at that stage? Oh no, only 73% accuracy. They identified incoming seizures an average of 23 minutes in advance, giving patients life-saving warning time. But here's the part that shocked researchers. Female dogs didn't just detect disease. They could differentiate between disease types by scent alone. One female dog named Daisy detected over 550 cancer cases across breast, lung, and bladder cancers. The secret? Volatile organic compounds. Female dogs' estrogen-enhanced olfactory systems can detect molecular changes at 1 part per trillion. That's equivalent to sensing 1 drop of blood in an Olympic swimming pool. They're not medical assistants. They're biological scanners. Number 17. The grief processing difference. When a family member dies, female dogs grieve differently than males, and the process is devastatingly complex. Research from Arizona State University's Canine Science Collaboratory studied dogs who lost their owners or other household members. Female dogs showed prolonged grief behaviors, searching for the deceased for up to 6 months, sleeping in the deceased's space, refusing to eat from anyone else for weeks. But the neuroscience revealed something heartbreaking. Female dogs process loss through the same brain regions humans do. The anterior cingulate cortex and hippocampus, areas involved in emotional pain and memory. Male dogs showed grief for 2 to 4 weeks, then behaviorally moved on. Female dogs? Some showed grief symptoms for over a year. One documented case. A female shepherd named Shep waited at a train station every day for 6 years after her owner died on a trip. That's not confusion. That's love that refuses to accept loss, encoded so deeply that logic cannot override it. 10 facts that prove female dogs aren't just different. They're extraordinary. From superior scent detection to longer lifespans, better memory to stronger communication skills, science keeps discovering that female dogs are operating on a level we barely understand. And if you own a female dog, you're not just living with a pet. You're living with an animal whose brain, body, and instincts have been fine-tuned by evolution to connect with you on the deepest possible level. Want to know more? Next video drops the biggest secret about what your dog's sleeping position reveals about how she really sees you. Drop a comment if any of these facts blew your mind. And if you believe female dogs deserve more recognition, hit subscribe, because there's a lot more to uncover.